Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. You won't see me be as excited as everybody else because I'm grateful to be here for another year, but it definitely is just another day. And it's a day that our calendar changes, but overall, nothing's going to change unless you change. And that goes in the same lines of what we all call resolutions. We all come up with different things we'd like to do better this year than we did the last year. And most of the time, more often than not, by the time November comes along and December and all the holidays, we begin to realize that we did the exact same thing. But I do acknowledge that a lot of people do resolutions, and personally, I don't have any. But I do have a couple things in 2018 that I will not do that I did in 2017. One of those is supporting people that literally do not support me. If you see me posting videos, you see me posting things on social media, or if you see me doing things in my everyday life, if I don't see you supporting me, you will not get my support.
Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like you if you're being yourself, fuck them.
What I find, like we all know, that most of our resolutions don't come to fruition. And majority of the time it's because we don't have a plan. We don't have a direct outline of what we would do going forward. So regarding me with the thing I plan to stop doing or not do as often, I definitely do plan to block and delete anybody on my social medias that are not supporting me. If you don't like my photos, you don't like my posts, we pretty much ain't gonna be friends no more on our social media. I know it's petty, but hey, it's just where you gotta be. And then in real life, I'm gonna condense my circle even more. I'm already a private guy. I'm already a person who has a small circle, but I'm condensing it even more. It's on certain people that I want to give certain information to. And I think that's a great way to live, be honest, because the more people that know your information, the more people have the opportunity to let you down.
Point I'm trying to tell you, son, is be yourself. People don't like how you be yourself, fuck them. Fuck them up against the wall. Wear handcuffs on them and crazy through on their lips. That's all you do.
Words to live by.
You live by them, son.
But I know a lot of you guys have several resolutions, and there's a lot of people out there that are single, who have just come out of bad relationships, have come out of hurtful relationships, or just come out of relationship in general, that you want to find someone that's for you in 2018. Well, I want to actually revisit a video I did a few months back, giving us a plan and an outline for our breakups. When we go through breakups, what are the steps to take? So for those of you out there that really want to find someone in 2018, you want to find someone that's going to complete you, I have 5 steps that you could take from your previous relationship that will help you going forward. So I have 5 things that we all can do in order to successfully overcome this breakup. Now these 5 things are actually in sequential order. If you deviate from these 5 things, it's definitely a high risk, and it's definitely a high probability that you will not go into the next relationship successfully. This is just not something I come up with. This is definitely well-known knowledge, but I think it's important for us to reiterate this consistently, because up and down my Facebook, up and down my Instagram, my Twitter, I see nothing but people complaining about relationships, primarily women, but there's some men as well complaining about relationships, and it's the same complaint they may have had 6 months ago with the last relationship. So it's so important that we follow this list appropriately. Starting with number 1, time for mourning. Take time out to mourn, guys. The mourning process doesn't necessarily mean that you're super sad and moping around and all of that. You have to take time to allow that pain to manifest. Allow that pain to truly come out. Cry. There's nothing wrong with crying, guys. I actually love crying. And crying is a true indication that you're still alive. How many guys know out there that you really feel better after a cry? I mean a good cry. I'm talking about a good cry, that ugly cry, that cry that you feel it from your soul. That's the cry you need when it's morning time. I mean, how many people you know that it be 15 years later after their significant loved one or someone in their family passed away, and they're still dealing with it because they never took that time to truly mourn? I'm not saying you don't hurt years later regardless. You got to give that mourning process and that pain is proper respect. And everybody recovers differently. Some people initially, when you hear about sad news or you get that breakup, initially it doesn't hurt at all. You just sit there, oh, okay, whatever, hey. But at some point, that pain's gonna come. When you're in that bed by yourself, lonely, when you go to that place that you guys used to go together, all of a sudden you by yourself now. Or when you see that friend that ain't seen you in a little while, hey, how Chuck doing? Oh, y'all broke up. I thought y'all wasn't gonna never break up. Or when that significant other moves on to a relationship faster than you do. That stuff hurts. So you gotta take the time to truly bounce back, and it starts off with the mourning process. Don't rush the mourning process. Step 2, take ownership. You must take ownership for the mistakes that you made. There's something about taking ownership for a crucial mistake that helps you not repeat that mistake. People who do not take ownership of past relationships, they often find themselves in the same relationship on their next relationship. How many people you know that's been divorced and remarried multiple times? Second, third, fourth spouse is just like the first one. It's because it's something about them that never took ownership for what they did, but they continue to find that same person. They find themselves in that person. That's what it is, guys. If we don't take ownership for what we do, continue to search for that same emptiness that we're creating in each relationship. Whatever part you had in a relationship ending, you have to take ownership of that and correct that. Otherwise, you're going to bring that same wrong into the next relationship. And that's going to end, and it's going to be a constant pattern of you doing the same thing. So taking ownership, even if that means forgiving your ex. No matter what they do, forgive them. You don't have to do it verbally. If you're in a position with them that you're cordial and can talk to them, you don't have to verbally ask them for forgiveness, but you at least have to forgive them in your heart. You have to forgive them in your heart because you need to move on mentally. You need to move on emotionally. You got to move on. By not taking ownership, you are not moving on. You're carrying on that same issue that you had from the last relationship. I know you guys, and you ladies especially, remember Erykah Badu's song Bag Lady. That's exactly what she's talking about. Carrying on the same issues from the past relationships. Step 3, guys. Time for recovery. It's now time for recovery. Take the time to spend with yourself. Spend exclusive, monumental time with yourself. It's so important to regain solidarity. It's so important to regain oneness with yourself. After having someone else to love you for so long, you start to receive an emptiness, and there's a void there because you had someone that not only you loved yourself, but it was someone else that loved you. When you lose that love that you had so much, it creates that empty void, and it's so easy to quickly move on to someone else in order to get that void filled. But you have to fill that void for yourself. Loving on yourself, dating yourself, as another video I did previously, pampering yourself, doing whatever you need to do to show yourself that I love you, I'm valuable, I'm worth it. Whatever happened for the breakup, I already took ownership for it, and I'm in love with me. I'm at the point where I can, if someone else comes, it's great, but I'm in a point where I'm good by myself. When you get to the point that I'm good by myself, that's when really someone sees the value of you. Let me tell you ladies a secret for some men. The men that we talking about in the last video that quote unquote tricks women, they're looking for women who don't value themselves. They're looking for women who looks insecure, that looks desperate, that looks like she needs somebody or wants somebody so bad. When you get yourself in a position where you're good by yourself, that's a beautiful thing to a man who really wants a relationship. That's a beautiful thing to a man who's looking for someone to spend the rest of his life with. That she can be an asset to my life based on her having her things together. I can easily love her because she knows how to love her. And fellas, we have to do the same thing. We have to show the value, what it means to be with us. How powerful would it be for someone who loves themselves to show someone else how to love them? That's a powerful thing, guys. So the time for recovery is so vital that we come back to ourselves, loving ourselves appropriately, and however long it takes, getting to that point where I'm good by myself. Number 4, getting a dating game plan. What I mean by dating game plan? Setting a standard for my life. Setting a standard for dating. I've already mourned my past relationship. I've taken ownership. I love myself now because I have fully recovered. Now, from the life I built for myself now, for however long that time frame took, the life I built for myself, let me create this dating game plan. What will I not go for? What things will I go for? Now, the issue that we have in dating is that people often are looking for a certain look. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't find someone that you are attracted to or that you physically like or that your eyes see like, whoa, I like that. I'm not saying that. We all go for what we like. There are intangible attributes that we should be having as a more of a priority than the actual look aspect. How do they talk to their loved ones? How do they deal with pressure? How do they resolve conflict? Those things matter a whole lot more when it comes to relationships than it does height, eye color, how big her booty is. You know, all those things really don't matter when it comes to spending a lifetime with someone. So getting a dating game plan. How open are you going to be? Are you going to be more reserved at first, just to allow this person to really show you their real self? Do you have a pecking order for things that you will allow? I mean, I always try to suggest for women to make a dude work for things. I'm not saying having restrictions on life or restrictions on yourself, but make a dude work for that first hug. Make a dude work for that first kiss. Make a dude work for sex, especially. But make a dude work for, not saying put him through what Steve Harvey say, the 90 days, all that stuff. I'm saying, whatever time frame you have, allow that man to be consistent and show you more than tell you. Fellas, it goes the same for us. We gotta have a game plan and a mindset, because there's some women that I heard are very conniving and very deceitful. So for when it comes to money, our time, when it comes to focusing on her more than you do your job, we got to think about those type of things. Men can lose focus at times when it comes to dating. So we have to be focused and have a mindset more than sex. If a woman driving you for sex, brothers, we got to deny that early, because we all know once a man get an ejaculation, the enthusiasm going down just a little bit. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. So we really got to evaluate what's the best strategy for us too, man. We can't go into this thing blindfolded and just expecting things to flow appropriately just because the last one flowed appropriately. It's a whole new ball game. You may be going from playing basketball to playing cricket. It's a whole new game, guys. So this woman is a whole new person, and we got to treat her as such. And number 5, now that you have your game plan, you're ready to get back out there. Try again. Let's not let the past dictate our future. Let's allow that pain of the past to be that thing that propels us to a great future. Get back out there. Have some fun. Meet people. Dating sites are fine, but know that it has restrictions and limitations. Just know that everything can work out. You just have to get yourself out there. You're now ready to get this thing going. Meet the person that you've been dreaming about. You are a better you now, based on the experiences that you had in the past. You follow these 5 steps. Now you're ready to get the person of your dreams. But with that dream, it may not be the complete dream. It may be a fragment of it. At the least bit, you're in a better place to handle it. So guys, this is the 5 steps after a breakup, how do we deal with it? How do we recover? How do we get up? How do we get back out there? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you don't know already, my name is mel.on.mars, and Mars stands for music, athletics, relationship, and spirituality. Every Sunday I do a spirituality video. Every Tuesday I release an athletics video. Every Wednesday I release a relationship video. And every Thursday I release a music topic video. Guys, you don't want to miss this. This thing is growing more and more every single day. And I don't want you to miss anything. I want you to become one of my subscribers. For my subscribers, I affectionately call them the universe. Why the universe? Well, the word universe is defined as all existing matter and space considered as one whole. And that's what I want. I want all my subscribers, whether you share my opinions, you share my beliefs, or you disagree with them, I want you to be a part of this so we can have this open dialogue and hopefully we all can become better. Whether you educating me, I'm educating you. Let's do this thing together and let's have a good time. On this journey with me, guys, you will have some laughter, you may shed some tears, you're going to be educated, but all in all, you will be definitely entertained. There's a couple things I need you to do before you exit out this video. First, in a couple seconds, you're going to see my chubby face pop up right here. Once you see that, click it. And when you click it, it's going to allow you to subscribe to my channel. Secondly, right next to that, you're going to see an option with a bell. That bell would allow you to have notifications come up every time I have a video so I can get your instant reaction. And lastly, you're going to also see a video that's perfectly for you come up in this corner. Click that video. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. Let me hear what you guys say about it. Guys, this thing is growing and growing every single day, and I only can grow even more based on your support. So I need you guys to like my videos, share it with your friends, comment, let me hear what you guys say about these topics. I know I talk a lot of crap, I know I talk about a lot of controversial topics, but don't be afraid to comment on it, don't be afraid to say your true opinion. I want to hear that. Again, this is the universe. I want you guys to be a part of it. I want all of our collective thoughts to come together and create something better and a change for this world. It's your boy Mel on Mars. I love you and let's grow. Peace.